what up, people? So Mr. Motherfucking are here today, of course, to give you guys Nagi no Asukara episode 7 motherfucking review. And this week's episode was actually, well, it just pushed the story along. And it wasn't that many, like, twists and turns on the story, but the impact was crazy. Like, oh my god, like, these kids ran away from home. Like, oh. But it's pretty simple. Basically, Hikari gets jealous after getting a praise for this fucking tribute that they built. It's an amazing thing. It's an amazing spectacle that these kids built together through teamwork. It looks real and legit. And basically, he's proud of them, but then, of course, we got Monica and Kihara, and they're just like, oh my god, I wish, we could actually do the festival. And so now Hikari is on this weird thing of, I don't know if he's trying to get Monica and Hikari together, make them happy, become friends with them, or if he's trying to impress Monica. Because it just, I want to say just to impress Monica, but I don't know. He has those ways about him in this episode. I'm like, I don't even know anymore. I don't. Then basically he gets signatures. They get like a shitload of them. Takes him down underwater, which, while the paper wasn't wet as shit, I don't know. Makes no sense. Like, I can take the fire underwater, but no, I will not take the fact that there is paper underwater and it is not wet, and there is ink on this. Fuck that. Gotta call it the bullshit. Fuck it. As I see it, though, he took him down to his dad. His dad's like, you ain't got no idea what you're doing. You don't know. And he's like, no, I'm not going to support you. And then he's like, no, don't get in my way. And he goes taking off. And Akari's like, we tried really hard. And, he's been going at it during this whole situation. And he doesn't really care. Because he doesn't know what's going on. Like, that's how he sees it. Like, she doesn't know. Akari doesn't know exactly what the whole situation is. Or at least Hikari doesn't. And he's trying to explain, like, give him a little life lesson. What he's going to go do by himself. Meeting time, they show up, and it's like, yeah, three fucking fishmen, yeah, fuck, One Piece, why not, fuck it, these people will see, then 3 people will land. And they're all agreeing, like, yeah, this is a great thing that the kids did. Yeah, we should do it. And then all of a sudden, one motherfucker had to, of course, say, this one motherfucker just had to say for the people to see, so where's our apology? And you fucking already know how this shit turned out, even if you never saw this part of the episode. Like, you could skip this part and it wouldn't matter. You already know what the fuck happened. Fucking arguing, kids, oh, no, why are you fighting? You're adults, talk this out. Which goes on to this whole thing where, when you really think about it, it isn't really demonizing the society of fish people. It's more the adults, because they're going about it the wrong way. Because you gotta admit what they're doing is somewhat right, but it's also wrong. They don't want to lose their species. They want to maintain it. But at the same time, they're losing people to the people on land. And that's a bad thing. So they make stricter rules and make it harder to leave. And that, instead of making people want to stay because of the conditions and all these people are gone and there ain't that many available people and the whole love aspect, just throwing in that. Basically, the people on the land are like right there. Like, that happens a lot more. And so instead of trying to snuff out the problem, they kind of made it easier to happen. Like, if you tell somebody they can't do something, like, hey, don't touch that, motherfucker most likely will touch that shit. That's how the logic kind of is. So, I'm really enjoying it. And it's like you can't hate the aspect of the society. They want to maintain their species. They don't want to go extinct. Because eventually they will go extinct. I mean, they're losing all their women to people land. It's obvious. They're going to go extinct at some point. They just want to try and prolong it as long as they can and hopefully not go extinct. But technically speaking, unless there are other colonies of this village, like villages like this sprout around all around the area, like around the world, then no, I'm sorry, but you're extinct. No, fuck that. They are not. No, no. Unless you go to like some underground hillbilly, like on some Futurama level shit, just like in underwater mermaid hillbillies, like fucking guns and lasers and shit. We'll see, but I don't see that really happening. I see, if anything, that these people will go extinct at some point. It's just a matter of time. But how it is they're trying to prolong it as long as they can, because it's obviously they're obviously going to go extinct. Matter of time. Matter of time. But as it is, with all this information, it's not the society that's wrong. It's the adults that are behind it, because they can't let go of their own indifferences. And he goes to this whole thing where the father's like, "Yeah, I told you," and he's explained to Ikari, it's like, communication is a great thing, but because we can communicate, there are these things that we don't agree on that will constantly make it impossible for us to come to an agreement. And immature adults, it's just a little life lesson, and I like that I threw that in there. It was more away from this whole romance aspect, this whole like fucking webbish. Either way, basically Hikari and Akari decide to leave their father, because father's like, "Yeah, you gotta break up with that boy. You see, there's no reason that we could be together. It's not right. It's not natural. We just argue." And it was like worst time for Akari ever to walk in, because when she walked in, fucked up everything. Because I saw them, and I was like, "Oh my god, they're arguing, and they're walking toward this area, and they're, the thing that's causing up a lot of drama." And when these motherfucking fishermen said, "You're taking our fish and our women," I'm like, "Yo, I love that line. I love that line." Basically, when they see this and they walk in, they're holding hands, this dude goes crazy, like, "Oh, fuck it off," and he about to punch him. Of course, Hikari, trying to hold him back, gets pushed off, breaks the fucking statue. I'm like, oh my god. It was just a moment where I was like, "Oh my god, Hikari's about to lose it," but he didn't, and I was like, why? Like, he's grown as a character. It surprised me that he didn't lose it. I was expecting him to like go fucking like Super Saiyan, like just do this inspiring speech of like, "What are you people doing and fighting for, and what the fuck's your problem? You just destroyed my dreams," and all this other shit. I was expecting something like that, if anything, because I wasn't expecting him to, after I saw him, not get angry. But no, it was more just like him walking away and realizing what exactly is happening and what his father was trying to teach him, but still being pissed off. So Hikari are leaving. Of course, thumbnail that shit. Yeah, the luggage and the family picture. And they tell their dad they're leaving. Like, "Fuck you, old man." They go up to the fucking temple. Peace the fuck out. "You're still under my protection. I will not let you go." And it's like, it will not be easy. And they just like, "Fuck you. Peace out." They start going down. This motherfucker just walks outside. Like, "Kami fire," and it just goes up in the air. And it just comes down and creates this fucking cyclone of fire underwater. And then he shot other things into the air, and they like froze the water. And I'm like, "What the? Is this nigga Mr. Freeze? Like, what the?" He's a god. Or at least he serves a god. He's the servant of God, and he's in a sense a shaman. So fuck it. Why not? Why not do whatever? Fuck it. It just blew my mind. I was like, "What the fuck is this?" Like, and it was like really good animation throughout the entire thing. Well, not throughout the entire thing, but at a certain point, just hit this level where when it ended, and you see all this frozen like trees, and it was just like majestic. I guess I'm digging that. Yeah. So now they got like a mountain, and they're underwater, and so they're looking up at the sea. They're almost there. The father begs that he goes easy on him, and the father understands the situation, and he realizes that he's stubborn. The whole family's stubborn. The whole family is stubborn, and the big thing I'm wondering is what's gonna happen now, because this dude legitly left home. They left the area, they left the sea. They're no longer people of the sea, really. I mean, technically speaking, I believe that they technically speaking were kicked out of the community in a sense. Even though they willingly left, I don't think they might take them back. I'm not sure. I'm just not. Because with everything that happened, all I can say is for sure that they left. And Monica and Chi, they also got a little bit of a more connection going on with friends, and like Hikari's changing, and Joe flashback. I don't want no change, and then it's like it's a bad thing, and then no, and then the whole laugh. Fuck it, why not? But I don't know. I'm just wondering where it's gonna go. I just am, cause I fucking hate three. I fucking hate the triangle. Fuck it. Overall, I'll give this episode right here. You know what? 9.2 out of 10. The way that they introduced it, even though there wasn't that much that really happened in the story, there was big things that happened. It wasn't more of like quantity of the drama romance. They were more focused on like the aspects of the society and the division between people underwater and people on the land. And I'm just enjoying it, how they can't get over their petty differences, and they even end up destroying their own kids' mindset in the process. Like, and Hikari realizing that, you know, we're not fish and they're not pigs. Like, and so it's just a really great episode. Like, it really is. It's better than good. It really is. And it's a little bit better than great. But with this dude throwing fire and the fire into water and like freezing shit, and I'm like, bro, can they use magic? The whole concept of God and shamans, and it just confused me for this week. It really did. But nonetheless, it was still great plus. So with that being said, Smith's a motherfucking R. 9.2 out of 10. It was a great plus episode. And with that being said, Smith's a motherfucking R. Peace the fuck out.